travel agents, website, social media. So GDS is gone. Second point, which is again related to the point number one, which is it really growing or it is going down in terms of productivity? Then let's see, the hotel decides, look, we are a big chain, 10 hotels, good inventory, city location, so we have to go for GDS. Does it really matter which distribution partner we are going to go with? That's the question number three. And then they say, okay, any partner doesn't matter as long as we are showing our inventory in GDS. Doesn't matter what partner it is. Direct connects versus Pegasus, I'm going to cover that point as well. This really, what really means by that point is, there are two ways in which you can connect to GDS from your CRS. One is you have a direct pipe connected to all 4 GDSs, and the other option is you use a switch called Pegasus, and then your CRS connects to that switch. That switch in turn sends rates and inventory to 4 GDSs, which is Amadeus, Galileo, WorldSpan, and Sabre. And the last, which is I think the most important question that comes to your mind, can I influence the buying behavior of a travel agent? Because hoteliers feel that it's a dirty blue and black screen where the rates are projected in one particular manner, and I have zero control over that screen. What I do is I just send rates and inventory, and that's it. I just keep waiting for the reservations to come. Beyond that, nothing else is possible. So we will cover the first 2 points in the slides now, but a couple of points which I want to highlight now, which is distribution partner. I think GDS being a very, very tricky field, you need to make sure that you are working with a partner who understands how the GDS functions. Unless they understand, they will not be able to let you know how do you influence the buying behavior. So that's the reason why when you talk to any partner in India, we have a lot of domestic plus international partners who connect you to GDS space. Try and make sure that they have the knowledge and expertise to handhold you to make sure that you get maximum out of the system. Direct connect versus Pegasus, again, as I said, there are 2 ways in which you can connect to GDS. One is the system has 4 pipes connected to 4 different GDSs. The importance is, if tomorrow, let's say Sabre is down, Sabre GDS is down, still your other 3 connections are live. So you can still send rates and inventory to other 3 GDSs. But in case of Pegasus, if the switch is down, all 4 GDSs are down. When we do live shopping in India, we often find out that a lot of times your hotels are not available for the travel agent. You will never know it because you don't see the front end of GDS, which is highly important, So that's the difference. And can I influence the travel agent's buying behavior? Of course, to a certain extent we can. So let's quickly touch upon those topics. Sabre, and again, the numbers that I'm going to show you now are Sabre GDS numbers, but Sabre, our market share in hotels is 50%. So if you want to extrapolate those numbers into total GDS numbers, then you can just multiply it by 2, and that's the simple math. We have recently published a white paper called Millennials Buying Behavior. So what we found out that, and millennials for us is anyone within the age group of 18 to 35, okay, and we tried to find out their buying behavior. And it was interesting to see that 30% of them are still booking their holidays via a travel agent, So the myth of travel agency space is dying is not true. And I'm also going to show you the India level numbers plus the city level numbers to show you that there is a huge increment in terms of productivity when it comes to GDS. So this is overall Sabre GDS, which includes airlines and hotels both. So just to put things into perspective, GDS is a platform used by travel agent to make a reservation, hotels, airlines, cruise lines, rail lines. So the total travel spent in GDS space is about $120 billion, which, and again, most of it is covered by airlines, of course, but that's the potential of that space. We currently have 400 plus airlines listed in our GDS globally. more than 300 plus hotel chains. When I say hotel chains, these are those chains which have their own private label chain code in GDS. So for example, you may have a chain listed in GDS, but you are using the chain code of the distribution provider. Like we have our own chain code called YX. So there may be 100 chains using our chain code. These are those hotel chains, they have their own chain code, like TJ for an instance for Taj, OB for Oberoi's. And we have 36 plus car rental brands listed on Sabre GDS. When it comes to hotels, over 175,000 hotels are listed on Sabre GDS. Again, 300 plus hotel chains in 200 countries, and Sabre GDS influences over 10 billion worth revenue on travel. And we have about 27 million hotel bookings annually on this platform, which is great. We currently have about 415,000 travel agents listed on Sabre GDS only. So if you want to just try and identify the total potential of number of travel agents, all 4 GDSs put together is going to be almost a million. As I said, $120 billion travel spend on Sabre GDS, 140 countries, and this is the market share, which is very important, 50%. That's our hotel market share. Another interesting finding for us is, on an average, a Sabre travel agent books 235 hotel bookings a year, as against a normal frequent individual traveler who books about 2.8 trips, close to 3 trips annually. So that also tells you why a travel agent is very important. Our market share across 4 major regions. So we are leading in North America, South America, both. Europe, again, Amadeus being a prominent player in Europe, the bookings generating out of that continent is about 13%. We are growing there as well, but then we are not strong there. And Asia Pacific, we have done great. Now we are already sitting at 50%. Any questions so far? Because this is going to be a very boring session. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Now these are numbers. As I said, we are constantly tracking the numbers coming in on Sabre GDS. Okay, so we have seen that there is a growth in terms of number of bookings, 12% increase over same time last year. So can you read the numbers? So it is 131,000 bookings this year, as against 117, with an increase of 12%. And similarly, the number of room nights are over 500,000, 15%. ADRs, we all know that our markets are struggling with keeping the pace with ADRs, but in terms of number of bookings and room nights, every city is seeing amazing growth. So Mumbai, be it Pune, Delhi, Bangalore, and Chennai, everyone has seen, especially Bangalore, it is seeing huge growth. Now, if you want to see the Sabre GDS performance in your respective markets, maybe during the break you can meet me and I can send you the numbers if required. No problems. Now, what I have decided to do today is to try and take you through the journey of a travel agent. So how does a travel agent make a reservation in GDS? Does that make sense? Because when I meet hotels, they say that we don't even know how do they make reservations. So how do we know how to influence their buying behavior? So these are those painful entries that a travel agent needs to remember. So let me give you an example. There are different ways in which they can search. So this is called a generic search. So travel agent is saying, show me the hotels in Pune. PNQ is the airport city code for Pune, for arrival on 28th of August for 1 night and 1 adult. So if you want to search for 2 nights, 1 NT, 1 becomes 1 NT2, 1 NT3, so on and so forth. So if you so this is the generic search. If a travel agent is searching for hotels in Pune for arrival on 28th of August, then he will see all the hotels listed in Pune on that date for 1 night and 1 adult. Now, you may ask me, there are more than 100 hotels listed in Pune on GDS. Who decides the ranking and how does the ranking get decided? So the way it happens is, if you want to be on the first page, on a generic search, then you need to pay for it. Be it Amadeus, Galileo, Sabre, Worldspan, any GDS, you need to pay to be on the first page if the travel agent is making a generic search. So usually what happens is the likes of Marriott, Starwood, Hilton, Hyatt, they have deep pockets and they pay money. So just to give an example, you want to be on the front page of, let's say, Sabre GDS, you need to pay anything between $5,000 to $10,000 a year just to be on the first page. So a hotel, smaller hotel, they will never have that much of budget, because $10,000 into 4 GDS is $40,000, they will never pay that money. So the next question comes, how do we make sure that our hotel comes on the first page? We keep doing a lot of analysis, and what we do is every month we take one city location across the globe and we try and understand the travel agent's buying behavior. And we try and see, let's say they do 100 searches in that market, what are the ways in which they searched the market. So for example, out of 100, 50 times they did a generic search, 20 times they searched by hotel name, they searched by the chain code of your hotel. They are searching by an amenity, for example, and I'm going to cover it on the next screen. Very important thing is star rating. So you may be assuming that you're a 5-star hotel. A lot of hotels keep telling me that, well, I'm a 5-star hotel. When I see the GDS, it is either showing non-star, 1-star, 2-star, 3-star. They don't even know about it, And then this is the way you can search for a contracted rate. So for example, if I'm a travel agent and I want to say, okay, let me search for hotels in Pune with 5-star rating and above, then I will use this command, HOT Pune 28th August 191/RT, which is rating, NTM5. Okay, so then the system will try, and it is like a filter in today's OTA environment. So this is like a filter, and it will only show you those hotels which are fulfilling the search criteria. Okay, now if you know this, you will do the changes in the system, and if your hotel is set up correctly, then your hotel has higher probability to be listed on the screen. Now just imagine you are not paying anything for this, just to set up your hotel correctly. If your hotel setup is correct, you will be visible, not your competition, and then the probability of their booking you is going to be significantly high. So let's cover. And this is the command for booking a contracted rate. So for example, I want to book an IBM negotiated rate for my customer. I'm a travel agent. So I'll say HOT Pune. The generic search will always be included. So generic search followed by RC, then N stands for negotiated rate, and then I'm putting the code of that company, which is IBM. Okay. And then if I'm an authorized travel agent to book IBM rate, then only I will see IBM's contracted rate. Otherwise, it will tell me that you are not an authorized agent to see the rates. Okay. Yeah. So let's assume the travel agent says HOT Pune 17th December, 1 night, 1 adult. This is a generic search. Then you see all hotels listed in Pune market. Arrival date of 17th December, 1 night, 1 adult. Okay. Now this is the spotlight screen, which is called preferential sequencing. These guys are paying to be on the first page. Okay. Now let us see all these different parameters in details. So this is the ranking 1 to 12. This is the chain code. Okay. So TJ stands for Taj, HY is Hyatt, HL is Hilton, Lemon Tree, so on and so forth. Okay. Name of the hotel. Now this field is distance. Now distance can be either city center or airport. It is completely up to you. How do you want to set up the hotel in the back end? Then comes negotiated / consortia rate. So it is again, if the travel agent wants to search for a negotiated or consortia rate, then only it will be highlighted as an N or C. But in this case, we are doing a generic search, so this field is blank. Then comes amenity, very important factor. What the GDS screen does is, depending upon the amenities demand, they will try and take top 7 amenities and put them on the front page. So what happens is,